And this morning we're going to talk about many of the issues that are on Americans' minds. And joining me today is Senator and Senator. So Senator, the selection has been controversial. What do you think about that? Senator, healthcare has always been an issue very close to your heart. What are your thoughts about that? That's a very valid point there. See, Senator, do you support the single payer option? Senator, gun control is a hot button issue. So my question is, how are you going to affect change? Now, Senator, scientists have agreed that climate change is very real. Now, is it an act of nature or man-made? Your rebuttal? Now, Senator, is there any way to change the partisan climate in Washington? And Senator, is there any way your side can reach across the aisle? Now, Senator, is immigration reform really as big as an issue as you make it out to be? If I recall correctly, your grandparents were immigrants. Senator, is it true that you support the legalization of marijuana? Senators, I think you both make very valid points.
That's all, folks.
Hello, people of YouTube. I'm Kurt Mullins.
I'm Derek Sumi.
And this is American Music. Now, if you are looking at the table and noticing that the shot that you see is a little bit more busier than normal, that's because we are going to try out a couple different segments today. Now, a lot of you notice that every episode we have something to drink, and we're tentatively calling that What Are We Drinking?
And it's usually something fine, refined, and delicious.
Yeah. We are also implementing a new segment called Give It a Shot, where we just try some random bullshit to try.
Something outside of our box, out of our worldview.
Yes. So that is what we're doing today. As you can see, there are an assortment of various drinks and or condiments and or mixers, right? Each one has a number assigned to it.
And we'll be implementing a game of chance.
A game of chance. We have a dice. 6-sided dice. We have 6 different booze and 6 different mixers. Each one has a number prescribed to it. Prescribed? Ascribed?
Inscribed.
Assigned? We will roll to see which booze will be our primary booze. Then we will roll again to see how many mixers we're going to use. And then we will roll each time to determine which mixers they will be.
So no shenanigans here.
No shenanigans.
Just one dice. Come on, baby daddy needs a new pair of drinks.
1. Just so you know it's fair.
The number 1 is...
I think it's the gin. It's the gin! Bombay Sapphire. Okay, so we got gin. Let's get these out of the way. Now, Bombay Sapphire is one of my favorite gins. When's the last time you had some of this?
A couple months ago. Been on a bourbon kick.
Oh, man. Yeah.
It's good shit, huh?
I like it.
Takes you back. Where do you go when you get that in nose there?
It smells like sadness.
Yeah. Smells like jazz. Smells like jazz music to me.
Sad jazzmas. Jazz Christmas. Passed out underneath the tree because that's what gin tastes like to me. Drinking pine trees. You didn't know I could sing. Multi-talented actor here.
I don't know. You still don't know you can sing.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so now we're going to roll.
Oh, I'm going to roll.
You're going to roll for the number of mixers that we're going to use.
The number of mixers.
Yeah, the number of mixers. We have
so
6.
One roll for a number. So
Yeah.
if I throw a 6 here.
Yeah, we're getting all of them. So
Okay.
please don't
First one. Then I have to roll for each subsequent mixer?
Yeah, unless
Okay.
it's 6, obviously.
And then it's just all of them.
Yeah.
3 mixers. That's a good amount of mixers
All right,
for a
so we're going to
cocktail.
use 3 mixers. All right, so
Mixer
number
number
4.
four.
1, 2, 3, mustard.
Mustard. Mixer number 2.
Mixer number 2.
5.
Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
Worcestershire. Worcestershire
Worcestershire, from
sauce.
the British meaning Worcester thing you could put into a cocktail.
Worst mixer possible. Number 3
Can I get a
is
drum roll?
6.
Milk!
Yay!
So,
So we have
as
mustard.
the resident mixologist
There you go.
around these parts, we're going to get started on a cocktail. First of all, let's just start with our gin. And since we don't have a measuring device, we're just going to go.
Don't use all of it because I'd actually like to taste some of that by itself.
There's 1 ounce and 2 ounces of gin, and Kurt has a gin and tonic later too.
Thank you very
This
much.
is for you, my friend.
That makes me happy.
To celebrate our friendship,
Celebrate our friendship.
and because I don't want to take it home.
Okay, fair enough.
Let's go. What? A quarter ounce, half ounce.
Let's just see what.
Let's say half ounce of mustard, a piece. Then we're gonna go half ounce milk. And shake it up because you never know how long it's been curdying for.
Yeah.
That's 1 ounce milk.
I don't normally get like this, but I'm legitimately getting nauseous.
Dash of Worcestershire. We're gonna use the Worcestershire like it would be bitters or something. Okay. This is what the Rat Pack used to drink.
Oh my god. It's separating. The milk is curdling. It looks so bad.
There we go.
It's yeah. So the milk is like curdling, and it looks. Oh my god. It looks like someone ate baby shit and then threw it up.
Can I name it?
Yeah, go for it.
Satan's Martini.
Satan's Martini.
Check out the color tube.
I don't know if they can see it. Oh god. Oh. Oh man.
Here's to you.
Oh,
friend.
dude.
Like, if I had to imagine what a clown tasted like, I think that's what it tastes like.
If he was marinated in steak sauce.
It's kind of got a. I think I would a little heavy on the Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too much. Next time we make Satan's Martini, I'll lay off.
Oh, it's just like, it's my whole mouth.
You do not want to aerate it all. You don't want to aerate that at all because it's just going to make it tastier. More mustard.
Oh
Worcestershire
god,
sauce.
it's got like a spice.
There's
Oh.
enough gin in it though. It warms too. It sticks in right in your.
It's
in
right-
this area.
Ugh, throw-
Right here where Satan lives. This is where it stays nice and warm. You know when a baby bird egg falls out of a tree and leaves a residue, like a chunky residue on the concrete?
Foul ball! Foul ball!
Let's never.
I'm
Let's
sweating.
Let's never give that a shot again.
Oh my god.
This would go good with a barbecue.
Yeah, I think so
Like if
too.
you had a hot dog and you could dip it in it,
Yeah, dip it in it. Like
then it makes a lot of
this.
sense.
This should be the type of shit. This instead of water. This is what they should use for hot dog eating contests. They just.
I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was fucking. Oh god, I think
I
I'm.
hope somebody enjoyed it.
I think I have to poop now. I don't. Is that? I think it excited something, and now I have to shit.
It's a hell of a laxative.
Yeah, it's like immediate. This was stupid.
For when you want to bebop and jazz with the Prince of Darkness all night long,
Yeah.
reach for a Satan's Martini.
Reach for Satan's Martini.
Easily prepared with Bombay Sapphire Gin. Although a much less expensive gin would probably do the trick as well.
Probably be better.
Much better. Much fucking better. Ugh. Oh, God.
Alcoholics go to meetings. I'm a drunk. There's a difference.
Rehab is for quitters.
So I watched a movie the other night called Mandy with Nicolas Cage. I don't want to give too much away, but basically it's about Nicolas Cage and his girlfriend, fiance, wife, whatever it may be, living in this cabin in the woods type scenario, which the cabin is just made up of all windows, which I thought was kind of neat. A group of religious cultists, we could say that, gets their eye on Mandy. They kidnap her. Shenanigans ensue. They suggest that some supernatural happenings might be happening, But at the same time, they suggest that it might just be a bunch of drugged up, fucked up people. So this one particular scene, Nicolas Cage is hunting them down, and he walks into the room where one of these psychotic, demon-esque biker/ATVers who are all fucked up. They look like Pinhead and, that kind of shit. What were in the Hellraiser movies, what were those things called?
The Cenobites.
The Cenobites, that's what they look like.
I didn't see the film, full disclosure, and I'm really enjoying living through this film through Kurt's eyes.
Yes.
But I don't even know I know the existence of this film. It sounds like a film that should be completely on my radar. Is it older? Is it
No,
newer?
it's newer.
Pretty new.
I don't think it came out in theaters.
There's strike one right
And
there.
to be fair, Nicolas Cage's performance was pretty good in it. Like, there was some couple scenes where they were intense, and he did a good job.
I think they cut, the director's like, cut, Nick. That was a little too normal. Can we get a little more Nick Cage on this next take? I'm trying to change my persona. No, we hired you because you're fucking Nick Cage and we want you to be insane.
Yeah, go fucking take a gram of blow, do whatever the fuck you need to do.
Whatever it takes. Get to that place.
Nick Cage it up. But there's this one scene where he goes into where they're in this house or something, and this one Cenobite looking motherfucker is watching porn, and he's got a comical amount of cocaine on the table, and he just, and then he has a sword blade, something knife for a dick. And it just is raising up as he's watching the porn. And it's such a weird fucking scene. And then Nick Cage fights him, and hilarity ensues.
What's wrong with your dick, man?
So, yeah, it's pretty... Yeah, there's a chainsaw fight.
Yeah.
Nick Cage has a regular-sized chainsaw, and the guy he's fighting has a 6-foot-long chainsaw.
This is the Nick Cage magnum opus. Why have I not seen this film?
Oh, it's so...
How cool is a guy that your last name's Coppola, and you want to be in the film industry, and you're like, I think I'm going to change my last name to Cage. Because I don't want a foot up.
I didn't know his name was Coppola.
He's a Coppola. He is a Coppola.
He really is a Coppola?
He's a Coppola, yeah.
Son of a bitch.
And he changed his name to Nick Cage. Why? It could be Nicholas Coppola.
Probably the same reason why I changed my name to Kurt Mullins.
Not your last name, though.
Yeah, well, my last name's the same.
For you that don't know, his name is... So what is your, outside of Mandy, is it? What is your favorite Nick Cage moment? What are some of your favorite Nick Cage moments?
Gosh. National Treasure? Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Wonderfully entertaining, engaging films. Not very thought-provoking, but goddamn are they fun to watch. Con Air.
Con Air, that's
Buff
great.
Nick Cage, Rip Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Nick Cage in the test shots they did for him looking for the Tim Burton Superman?
Yeah, Superman, yeah, it's insane.
Ooh,
it's
man,
insane.
but it makes
it's
the
so weird.
mind
He had
wander.
long black hair.
Yeah.
He looked like fucking, who's the Tom Hiddleston, the dude who plays Loki.
Yeah.
If he was Superman, that's what he looked like.
And then they just made it for Loki. Oh
Yeah.
my god, you're blowing my mind right now. Loki looks just like Tim Burton Superman. Okay, so Tim Burton was with Disney while he made Batman, right? He did the Touchstone, wasn't that? No, The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
And then, so there's a connection there somewhere.
Yeah.
That somebody worked on something, and Nick Cage Superman became...
We just broke the conspiracy.
Low-key.
I'm sorry. I still got that aftertaste in my mouth from the fucking thing, and with the beer, I rinsed,
The mustard.
I mouthwashed, and I think the combination of the mouthwash and the residue from the shit that we drank earlier with this is not good.
The first thing I ever saw Nick Cage in was Peggy Sue Got Married. Did you ever see Peggy Sue Got Married?
I think so. A long time ago.
Which I think, if I'm wrong, is a Francis Ford Coppola movie.
Oh, it is?
Is it?
I don't
Hold
know.
on 1 second, Internet.
I don't know what it was about that drink, but I feel exfoliated.
It was horseshit is what.
I feel good blood flow, good circulation from it. I feel rosy cheeked. Rosy anused.
I was right. Peggy Sue Got Married, 1986, directed by Francis Ford Coppola.
So
his
did-
uncle, I think, his uncle.
Did have an end.
He is a director's uncle. But he changed his name to Cage. I guess he didn't want his friends to think his uncle got him his job.
I think.
But he's fantastic in that movie. Weird.
Yeah.
And sincere and lovable.
Yeah.
And off-putting and all those things. In tribute to one of our favorite actors here at American Music, we're going to play a little game where we call up some of our nearest and dearest and ask them to give us their best Nicolas Cage impression. But as a twist, we're going to have them say movie lines, not necessarily that Nick Cage is famous for saying, but movie lines that many other people throughout Hollywood history are famous for saying for. Can you do one?
No, I can't.
Just do one.
I'm
Just
bad
do
with-
one. Come on, just kick one of those top 100 classic movie phrases. Just beep 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 beep.
E.T. Phone. Home.
You said it was gonna be bad. It's so good.
That was bad. That was
What do I
really
got?
bad.
Beep, 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 beep. Oh, When Harry Met Sally.
Oh no. Do you want me to do?
It's the orgasm part.
I'm gonna do the Sally
Okay.
part.
Okay.
I wish I could do the orgasm as Nick Cage. Oh yes, yes. Oh, this is how I feel like a woman's orgasm looks. Oh yes. I'm lightheaded.
I'll have what she's having. I can't do crazy Nick Cage. I can only do like mellow Nick Cage. I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence. That's my only one I can do, and it's not very good to begin with. We need to call somebody right now who can do up Nick Cage, and that's gonna be my brother.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Okay, this is my friend Drew. I'm from the movie network. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore. As Nick Cage, go.
I'm mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore. See it?
No, don't second guess yourself. It's so good. She probably won't pick up. I literally haven't called her in years.
Haven't called her in years, and then all of a sudden,
Honestly.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voicemail.
Allison, this is Derek Sumi. If this is still your number, this is Derek Sumi calling you after years of not calling you. We're filming our podcast, and I was trying to get you to do something for us. If you can do a Nick Cage impression and it's hilarious, and even if it's terrible, we need you to call back because I think you'd be perfect doing one. So call me back.
What? I need a bigger boat. Llama always said, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know which one you're gonna get.
Best one of the night so far.
That was great.
Say hello to my little friend.
Yes! Yes! So good, Jonathan!
No more wire hangers.
That's very good. Very good.
I feel the need for speed.
Out to your bed. To your bed.
Fuck off, bitch.
To your bed. She looked back too. Like, what'd you say?
She's a dog.
Yeah,
It's not Astrid.
yeah. It's
his
not
wife.
my wife. To your bed.
So, you gotta ask yourself one question. Do you feel lucky?
Was that it?
Yeah, you
Oh, that was awesome.
Hold on. Take two. Add the punk at the end. Add the punk.
Yeah, you gotta ask yourself, what? Do you feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Oh, so you gotta ask yourself one question. Do you feel lucky, punk? Well, do ya?
Yes! Oh, that was so great. But yeah, thanks a lot, Rich, and everybody who helped out with this segment tonight. Thank you so much. It was great.
Primo impressions.
Thanks.
So in our continuing coverage of the grand bullshit of the world, we've invented the segment entitled
This is a problem.
This is a Problem. What's the problem this week?
Well, the problem this week, Derek, is the midterm elections just finished recently, and Florida has to have a recount because there's some controversy over the votes.
Welcome to Florida.
Welcome to Florida.
Same shit as yesterday.
Now, I don't particularly have a problem with recounting, right? I don't have a problem with waiting until every vote is...
Last time I checked, the difference in votes was in the 0.5, difference between the governor and his opponent, who is the sitting senator. And in the governor's race itself, it was even closer, I think it was.
Well,
or was it backwards?
Yeah, backwards. So
either way, they're both coming into a point where they can get a mandatory legal recount call between them. It's just profound and totally obvious as to where we are as a people right now. That split right down the very almost numerical middle, and it's maddening.
The only issues that I have right now with some of the things that are being said with the recount. Well, first off, I'm not opposed to waiting until every vote is counted. Like, it takes a while to get every single vote. It's not all on election day. It can take a while. It can take up to weeks after the official election's done if it's that close.
Millions of people.
Yeah, to get mail-in votes and to get, people who might be deployed and overseas, soldiers and things like that.
Let's just agree that, like, in better times, when there's more of a consensus for a candidate, mail-in votes do get counted, but eventually.
Yeah, it takes time.
Yeah.
So either party who's bitching or complaining about, it's been 3 days since the election, what's going on? It takes a fucking while for some of these votes to get in. Get over it. The other issue I have is that there's a lot of controversy in this one particular district in Florida. Do you remember what the name of that district is?
Is it Broward?
Yeah, Broward, I think.
Broward.
Yeah. So now...
Which is a place that Gillum is generally from, not necessarily from, but around that area, and leans more Democratic.
And it was also in the Bush election was a controversial thing because of the way the votes.
Florida does not have a very good track record
Yeah.
when it comes to recounts. The last one went all the way to the Supreme Court, and they decided who the president of the United States was. The president that eventually led us into the quagmire of Iraq and where we are today.
Yeah, that definitely set us up for
Thanks,
some.
Florida.
Governor is 0.4 and the Senate is 0.2 of a percent. Of a percent.
We're talking about a couple of thousand votes, like 10,
Yeah.
20, 30,000
Yeah,
votes.
that's super
in
super
an
small.
entire state.
Yeah, in an entire state. So it's going to take time to do it. And now that it's within the legally mandated limit, it's not unreasonable for the recount. Doesn't it happen anyway? Like once it's within that limit,
I think
it
it's
has
under
to.
0.5%.
Yeah.
The legal recount kicks in automatically.
It's automatic. So you have certain people, I'm not going to name certain parties, Republican, who they're trying to. Sorry, I had something in my throat.
I think it was the mustard.
Yeah, it was the mustard kicking back up. But they were, insinuating that they were insinuating that the other party was trying to take advantage or have an unfair advantage with the votes, and that's not true. It's within the legally mandated limit. Regardless of your party, I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican. If it's within that legally mandated limit and it's that close, a recount is necessary and it's in the law. So you shouldn't bitch about it, you shouldn't complain about it. Now, if there are some discrepancies in certain counties like Broward, which there seems that there could be, I'll put that out there. I'm a Democrat, but it does seem like there could potentially be some fishy stuff happening, then investigate it. Absolutely. I am all for it. I want to make sure that our voting system is appropriate and it's being upheld to the highest standards.
And allow all of the public free press to get in there and let us know what's going on as well.
Yeah, let us know what's happening so that way we know that our votes are being counted fairly and properly. I don't have a problem with that at all. If it's a reflection of something poorly that these particular people who may be associated with the Democratic Party is doing, so be it. But that doesn't apply to the entire Democratic Party. That doesn't mean everybody's trying to do some shady shit. It just means that these certain people in that group might be doing some shady shit, and they need to be held responsible for that.
Either side stands to win this election at this point. No one has really won this election because it's so close. I mean, you can't say the Republicans have won because they have a 0.3%, 0.2%.
0.2%.
It's just you can't just allow that for a win. That a recount is in place. We have constitutional means that allow for the recount to happen because we need reassurance at that point. Mm-hmm. The electorate hasn't truly spoken until every count is counted or vote is counted at this time. And this is where it gets a little bit iffy because the current governor is running for senator in Florida. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With a 0.2% margin
yeah.
of winning. And it's his administration who is in charge of confirming the vote. So
yeah.
Maybe that needs to change too. Maybe you can't be a current governor who's running the state that you're running for as a senator.
Yeah, like, hey guys,
not.
I'm almost going to win. Could you guys investigate this for me?
Don't worry, I counted it.
I counted it myself.
Cool, I won.
Everything's fine.
Just barely, but I won.
We investigated ourselves, no problem. Regardless of our political affiliations, we want things to be as fair as possible. We want one standard to be upheld, and this will be my last comment. Too often do we try to call foul on the other party or the other group, and then when our party commits a foul, we look the other way, and that's not right. If a foul happens, we need to acknowledge it. We need to say, this was wrong, we need to fix it, we need to make it right. We can't just be like, well, those guys are doing this, and this. And then when our people do the exact same thing, we're like, what? It's not a big deal. They didn't do anything wrong. That's bullshit, and we need to be better, America. Okay? That's all I gotta say. That good?
I'm totally
That good? And that's what's the name of the segment?
And that's a problem.
And that's a problem.
Got some shit floating in there.
So, Kurt, what did we learn today?
Well, what did we learn today? We learned that Satan's Martini is only for your enemies.
And mustard is definitely not a mixer.
Not good. It coagulates the milk, and milk isn't that good either. Jesus.
Worcestershire sauce is hard to say and even equally harder to drink.
Hard to drink. But gin, especially Bombay Sapphire, drink that
It's
anytime.
banging, yeah.
We also learned that Nicolas Cage is the voice of a generation.
Yeah. And if you call your friends and family to help you on your web show, they very well might just upstage
Yeah,
you.
very, very well just do a lot better.
Leave
than-
them out of the picture.
Yeah,
if you're
just,
doing it.
yeah.
Special thanks to Chris Graham helping us out.
Special thanks to Chris. He's in the background now.
Chris played the newscaster in the opening bit.
He played the newscaster in the opening bit. Check out his Instagram at Whoa, That's Chris. Logo, bing. And lastly, let all your votes count, okay? Count the votes when it's this safe or when it's this close.
And allow for it. Take your time.
Yeah, take your time. Allow for the law to be done the way it's designed to be done. There always will be problems, but we need to try to acknowledge that we need to keep a level playing field for everybody and truly let the best person win.
It's about how we handle those problems.
Yeah, how we handle those problems. So, people of YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe on this channel. Thank you for tuning into American Music. And Derek, I guess we'll see you next time. Got it.